Thank you for the clarification. I'd like to ask about the decision from the Privacy Commissioner today around First Nations data. There are still significant concerns from First Nations community about not having specific COVID data for their communities. They need it to make informed decisions. Why does the government continue to not provide the specific data to First Nations communities?
Yeah, so I think we're looking at the Office of the Privacy Commissioner's decision in some detail, and I'm very appreciative of the work he did to really get at the issues around this. And we are continuing to work, particularly with the coastal First Nations. We've had a number of really actually successful open meetings about the information they need, the information that we can provide to support it, and we are negotiating an agreement on that. I absolutely understand and commit to providing as much information as I can to support First Nations and all First Nations leaders. And I had the privilege of meeting with the First Nations Leadership Council again this week for a couple of hours to talk about the importance of vaccines in their communities as well. So we are committed to make sure we have the information and the arrangements and the agreements that they as leaders and governments in their own nations need to make the decisions they need to make. And just to say that I also have a responsibility to keep certain information confidential on people's personal health information, and it's a balancing of those two things. And we do have an ongoing agreement very early on in this. I compelled the linking of data with the First Nations client file, and that information is provided on a daily basis to the First Nations Health Authority so that they do, and we all do, know the information about First Nations peoples and how they are being affected by this pandemic. And that is very important.